E aí, pessoal, mais um programa do Inglês Sem Censura. Mais o nosso... Porra. Vai. Porra. Mais um episódio do Inglês Sem Censura. Aqui com o Dani. E a gente, como sempre, toda semana, se preocupando em fazer um vídeo legal, um material bacana, para estar realmente levando a informação da maneira correta para quem está assistindo a gente. Dani, tudo tranquilo?
Beleza.
Como é que foi a semana?
Ótima.
Monossilábico hoje.
É porque é de manhã. Eu odeio amanhã.
Nós trocamos o dia. Lembra os outros programas? Ele reclamava porque era depois do almoço de estar.
Eu não suporto depois do almoço, eu não suporto de manhã. Eu tenho que trabalhar à noite.
Nós vamos ter que fazer os vídeos à noite, gente. E por falar em não suporta, Dani, só um instantinho que tá meio desarranjado aqui o negócio. Já, tá?
Tá
beleza?
Bom. Ai, que
só
triste.
Instante.
Meu Deus, pobre é uma desgraça.
Espera aí, só um instante.
Hey, you look younger.
A little bit younger, but I'm not Silvio. I think you can.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? So, hello, my name is Gabriel Lemos. I've been studying English for 3 years.
3 years now.
3 years now, and I'm here today to make a kind of different program. We want to just speak English today, and we are going to talk about international examinations. So, Daniel, what are the most common international examinations and what are they for?
Right. We've got the Michigan, TOEFL, TOEIC, and IELTS. Those are the most frequently taken ones.
Okay. And could you please go about of each of them?
Right. Starting by the Michigan, it's not as common as it used to be, right? But nowadays, especially in Brazil. I'm talking about the Brazilian market.
Okay.
Right? Talking about Brazil. We still have lots of people taking it, but that's for academic purposes, usually. I don't actually see so many companies requiring the Michigan in Brazil. So that's for people intending to study abroad, right? Especially at universities, American universities.
Okay, this is the ECP, right?
There are two Michigans, ECCE and ECPE. We've got the competency one and the proficiency one, right? So one is ECCE is upper intermediate level, and ECPE is post-advanced level.
Right. And what about TOEIC and TOEFL? What are they?
TOEIC is my favorite, so I love the TOEIC. That's what most of my clients actually do.
Okay.
The TOEIC is a proficiency examination, not necessarily for academic purposes. It's much more used by companies to evaluate people's levels or entry levels for you to get a job. Abroad, and it's also valid for companies in Brazil. Multinationals usually use the TOEIC as a way to measure students' level of English. So applicants, in this case, level of English.
So if you're looking for a job here in Brazil in a multinational business. Multinational business. You have to do TOEIC, but you need a level of English, right? You have advanced or post-advanced, native, something like that.
Yeah. So back to Michigan. The Michigan test is a pass or fail test,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So there is no score. You've got A, B, C, pass, D and E, fail. So it's a pass or fail test. Good.
Yeah.
The TOEIC has scores, right? It's from 10 to 990. And based on, we've got this score grid. And this score grid will actually tell your employer which level you are in. So, for example, for you to get a managerial job at a multinational company, it will require you to take about 700, 650, from 650 to 750 points.
It's a good or it's average score?
There is no good, there is no bad. So anyone can take the TOEIC. It's from 10 to 990.
Whoa.
Right?
Inside
So it's a
2,000
very
questions.
broad test.
Inside 2,000 questions, right?
200
Oh,
questions.
sorry, 200 questions.
200 questions. Right.
And could you please go about TOEFL?
TOEFL is the father of all. TOEFL is really widespread, extremely common, and we used to have the paper-based version, which was the traditional one on paper, which very few people, very few places actually use it nowadays. What we use now, and then we had the computer-based one, and nowadays we've got the internet-based one. We call it TOEFL IBT. Right, that's what I prepare takers for.
You told us TOEIC is for business, right?
It's not business, it's business focused.
Okay.
Right, yes.
And
TOEFL is absolutely general. Multinationals may require that, universities may require that. It's very broad.
okay, got it.
Right.
And about that new one?
Oh, by the way, and TOEFL works on the score based system.
Again,
Right? Yeah, it's up. The IBT, the TOEFL IBT, internet-based, yes, is up to 120 points. But if you're aiming at entering an American university,
you need
you
to score.
can't have anything less than 95.
Oh, okay, so it's such a high score.
So it's for upper advanced students or takers. There's absolutely no relation between the score you get, the score you have, and being native-like or being close to a native speaker. There's absolutely no relation. So a native speaker can take a test like TOEFL and get a score of 78.
Low score.
It will test your knowledge of the language, and we have to remember that many natives may not do well because they haven't studied their language
like Brazilian.
formally.
Just like Brazilian, you have also Brazilians have problems with Portuguese. So, if you are British or American or and you live one of those countries that speaks English, so you may have a problem or not. It not depend only on you.
Countries that speak English, yeah. Absolutely no. Yeah, there is no relation whatsoever. It's like offering a name on the streets for somebody to do it and expecting somebody to do well just because this person is Brazilian.
Okay, got it. And what about that new one, IELTS?
Oh, IELTS.
IELTS,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's
Someone
nothing
told me
new
that
about
it's
it.
really hard.
It's very hard. There's nothing new about it. It's a traditional test,
Oh.
right? It's been around for years and years. But the thing is, people think it's new here in Brazil because it just seems to be absolutely widespread at the moment, right? It's top of the pops. So I've got 3 clients which are takers, candidates, right? I've been preparing 3 clients to sit the IELTS, and the IELTS is very similar to the TOEFL 1, right? Usually for university entry, but especially for immigration purposes.
Right. Daniel, how long advanced student... Esquece, cancela essa pergunta, deixa eu voltar. And Dani, how long does an advanced student will take to sit?
Does will take? Não. Ou does ou will, né? Auxiliar só. É. Vamos lá. How long will
an advanced
student take
to sit an exam like that?
How long? Faz no presente. How long does an advanced student usually take to prepare for this exam?
diferença de prepare and sit?
Sit é prestar o exame no dia.
Ah, tá.
Prepare é todo o processo.
Beleza. And Dani, how long does a defense student take preparing to sit a test like that, an exam like that?
Well, that will naturally depend. That will vary, right, from person to person, from individual to individual. But, and when we say advanced, it's not what schools
No.
sell,
He's already
right?
got a graduation from an English school.
Yeah, we don't usually say graduation, but at least, you know, those certificates,
Yeah,
right?
the certificate,
Which
fine. Means nothing.
that they don't usually mean anything. But the thing is, if you're upper advanced, right, somebody who speaks the language,
Okay.
right, in a serious manner, on average, I would say 100 to 150 hours.
And how
We
long
can prepare a
does
student to sit an IELTS or a TOEFL IBT in something like that, 100, 150 hours. And then if you study 3 hours a week, then you just calculate how many weeks you're going to.
So
6 months.
you're
In 6
calculating
months,
place ready, like here on the board.
in 6 to 8 months, we can prepare somebody who speaks English well
Okay.
to take those tests, studying 2 to 3 hours a week.
Right. No more questions, Danny.
Decide, Danny or Danny. What should you say when you're talking to somebody from your own language?
From what is that? Or
Yeah, should you call me Danny or Danny?
Danny.
Why?
Cause there's no difference between when you're living in. Sorry.
Because I'm Brazilian.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you should call me Danny.
Because you're Brazilian, you're not American.
Exactly. So it gets artificial.
So
Right,
This
so-
is a tip.
Aha! So, stick to L1, language 1, right? Keep names as they are, right?
Right.
Okay, doke. Thank you very much. You did well, my boy.
Yeah, I'm 19 years old and I've been studying from 3 years, so I
Good
was
job.
Thank you. So, thank you everyone. Don't forget to like that video and share with Facebook or any social media. And see you next week.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. See you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, my
Bye.
kid. Oh.
Dani, what should we do when a student
Thank you.
prefers American English and the teacher speaks British English, or vice versa?
You should do nothing. First of all, as simple as that.